about to listen to the
B.AND.R Show. Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the B.AND.R Show. This is your host, Big Daddy B, and my co-host, Big Oz.
Yeehaw, Big Oz here.
Now, tonight is going to be a story on Trump, ladies and gentlemen. Just Trump. And
We found dirt nobody's talked about.
yes. We have from the beauty pageant scandals, racial housing discrimination, mafia ties,
We'll be on
Trump University, and many, many more, ladies and
after
gentlemen.
this show, we'll be on everybody's hit list.
So, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Now, in 1992, Trump had enjoyed the company of models. Right?
Married one
He married one.
in 1980 or 77.
He decided he wanted to get into the business himself, right? We all know he did. But it's the stuff behind it.
I hope he wasn't a swimsuit model.
Now, it is alleged that Donald Trump started making passes at a model immediately. Trump allegedly asked them to bring some models to a party, and the model said she was groped by Donald Trump and supposedly raped, but that was not ever proven. Another model was invited. She refused. This was from the Miss USA and the Miss Teen USA. Two models. Rumor has it that he allegedly was sued by these two models for sexual harassment.
Which makes sense. He's worth billions.
Right. For groping. Oh, it gets better. Now, these two women settled with Trump for an unannounced sum and dropped their lawsuit. And Trump denied all the allegations, of course. But
Trump
was
settled.
Yes.
If there is nothing to settle, he wouldn't have settled.
Right. So allegedly, there had to have been something there, and this was actually settled in February of '92. And this.
Now, on the flip side of this, Hillary's never been sued for anything.
Now, he had boasted to Vanity Fair later in 2012 that he won a $5 million suit against a former contestant who claimed the contest was rigged in 2015.
On The Apprentice?
Miss America.
Oh, Miss America. That's right. He did have the Miss America show for a while.
And a little bit after that...
You know, folks, that brings me to another thing. Women are all worried about now anymore about sexual harassment
Yes.
and everything. Maybe it's time that the Miss America pageant, Miss World pageant, Miss USA all go by the wayside the same as the Oscars.
Yep.
Considering nobody can act, we really don't need to have these out anymore.
Now...
Or Emmys. And Trump, if that would have happened, Trump wouldn't have won so many Emmys.
God. Now let's get on to racial housing discrimination in New York City from the dates 1973 to 1975. The Department of Justice actually sued Donald Trump and his father, Fred, in 1973, for housing discrimination for 39 sites around New York City. The government contended that Trump management had refused to rent or to negotiate rentals because of race and color, and as well as gender.
And back at the same time period, I think it was 70, What year did you say again, Daddy B?
73 to 75.
Okay, 73 to 75. Trump was trying to get a condo, I think, development started. And he had bought this building, was going to tear it down, throw the tenants out. But the tenants sued and won. And didn't have to move, and he had to move his condo complex.
To me, Donald Trump is nothing but a racist, sexist bigot.
How do we know he isn't going to decide to move into the White House that's too small and have it torn down?
Mm-hmm. And put Trump House on it. I don't know. To me, this isn't a man I want to be president. He's not going to benefit the country.
I mean, he's already in scandal after scandal before they get to be president. At least Clinton, Bill, and Nixon waited till they got into White House to have scandals.
Yes. So, now the New York Times reported it's also charged that the company has required different rental terms and conditions because of race and color and gender. And it had misinterpreted to blacks that apartments were not available. Trump called these accusations absolutely ridiculous. Well, I can believe that it's not actually ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, because it's Donald Trump. You've heard the comments he's made during his campaign about Mexicans, Muslims, and just other different races and religions.
Yeah, all you had to do was be watching the news tonight, and he made comments about Mexicans while eating a taco. I think it was a taco salad.
Yep. And, you know, here's a good example of him doing this. I want to play you this clip. So I want you to just take a really good listen to it. I mean a really good listen to it. See what you think.
And in the Impact segment tonight, we continue with Donald Trump from Indiana. So this morning you phoned into the Today Show, and this happened.
Mr. Trump, I mean, for you to say that if she were not a woman, she would be getting 5%, suggests the only thing she has going for her is that she's a woman.
I think the only thing she's got going is the fact that she's a woman. She has done a terrible job in so many different ways. You look at Libya, you look at some of the things that she's done are just absolutely disastrous. No, I would say the primary thing that she has going is that she's a woman, and she is playing that card like I have never seen anybody play it before.
Now, do you think Ms. Guthrie was offended by your statement about Hillary Clinton?
It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, she's perfectly nice, but I don't really care. I mean, it's a fact. She's playing the woman card. It's the only thing she's got going. That's it. And she's playing it as much as she can. I mean, I've been watching it. I mean, all she does, every time she raises, if you raise your voice, it's like, oh, look what he's saying, and look at the way he talks. Give me a break. I mean, she raises her voice much more than I raise mine, believe me.
What about this sexism thing? I don't really know what this is. Anytime I say or criticize a woman, I'm accused of being a sexist. But anytime I criticize the African-American community in any way, then I'm a racist. If I criticize illegal immigrants, then I'm anti-poor and anti-Hispanic. I think that's going to be a major theme directed against you. Anytime you criticize Hillary Clinton, you're a sexist. Are you ready for that?
No, I don't think it will at all, and I'll tell you why. She's going to try and play it, but I'm going to bring jobs back to this country. Nobody respects women more than I do, by the way, and I see it at the rallies. And you saw it just the other day in New York, in Pennsylvania. You know, I won all these states in landslides, and I just absolutely killed everybody with the women. The women came out in droves, and I won the women category. I won African American. I won virtually every category. I won landslides, and that means the 5 that we just won, and then New York the week before. But I won with women and just about every other group. In fact, every other group.
Okay. But you've got about 10 million votes, a little bit more than 10 million votes since the primaries began, and that's more than Mitt Romney had, and that's why, I'm sure you know this because you watched this program, I said, you're unstoppable, you're going to get the nomination. That's my opinion, but as you know, I'm always right. However, you need 153 million votes more than you have. So, the Republican primaries, motivated GOPers have selected you, and there's no doubt about that, they have. But 153 million other Americans, you have to persuade them to vote for you. And if you're getting hit with sexist, racist, anti-poor, anti-Hispanic, which you're going to get hit by every single day, you're going to have a shield to come back. And I'm just wondering whether you have that strategy developed.
I think in my mind I do. I haven't been focused on it yet for a different reason. I've had 17 people, and 16 of which who came at me, governors and senators and very smart people. People like Dr. Ben Carson, who's a fantastic guy who endorsed me, and Chris Christie, who endorsed me. But they were all coming at me, and now I have 2 left, and they're not really left. They're hanging by a thread. They'll be gone soon. Then I'll focus on Hillary. And I will win against Hillary because I'm going to have a stronger military. I'm better at the military than she is. The military people are all voting for Trump. You look at the different groups and the different subgroups, and women are going to vote for Trump because they want security, they want safety, they want to have women's health issues taken care of properly. And you know that Hillary's not going to be a great president. This is not going to be a woman. She's got problems. I don't even know if she can run. I don't even know. Frankly, I watch you all the time, and I see you talking about the email scandal. I don't know how she gets by that problem when so many people's lives have been ruined for doing much less than she did. So on the assumption that she runs, I call her Crooked Hillary. She is. She's Crooked Hillary. And I say that I will beat her easier than beating some of the people that I've just
Wow, that's an optimistic view.
In terms of this. No, I really feel it because she has a record that's terrible, and she's got a lot of problems. I don't know, Bill, that she's going to be able to run, and I don't think you know that either.
Nobody knows.
If she is running, she's only running because she's being protected by the Democrats. Without that, she wouldn't have a chance of running.
I asked you this last time, and I'm sure you thought about it. Do you think the FBI is straight up? Do you think that Comey, the director, is playing politics, or is he going to do an honest investigation and tell the folks what really happened?
Well, I hear fantastic. I don't know him. I hear fantastic things, beyond fantastic. Now, with that being said, I just don't know what goes on behind the scenes. I can say that I hope he's straight up. I think if he's straight up, that she's not going to be able to run. No. I hope she can run in one way because I would love to run against her. I'll beat her. And Cruz can't beat her. And Kasich, I mean, give me a break.
Yeah, but that's what they say
44.
about you. You guys all say that about each other. So
take a look at the new polls. Take a look at the new polls. Okay, just take a look at the new polls.
Right.
And you'll see what happens. Remember this, Bill, I haven't even started yet.
God help us. All right, look, we appreciate you coming on. We know how busy you are, and thanks for being straight up.
And yes, is the first thing that Bill O'Reilly has ever said that I believed in. God help us.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny behind all of this, all these people are after him and everything else, today the most powerful Republican, the House Speaker Paul Ryan, said that he doesn't think he's going to be able to stand behind him. What he's not getting out there is there are diehard Republicans that said if he got the nomination, they're going to vote for Hillary. Yep. People that have never voted Democratic in their life.
Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, that's just one of many prime examples I can give you about Donald Trump playing either the gender card, the race card, and any other card you can think of. He's played them all. One thing that really gets me about all his supporters is he's got the Latino vote. He's supposedly got the Latino vote. He's supposedly got the woman vote. And I don't see why. He calls women pigs, and then they stand behind him. Has everything changed? Are women now just wanting to be looked at as pigs? Come on.
I mean, when I grew up, women thought a lot of themselves.
And they don't anymore. They really don't. And it's sad. It's really sad.
And we're teaching our kids this way.
Exactly. Yes. So, I don't know. The other people may like him. Other people may want to vote for him. But you're getting into a hole you're probably not going to be able to dig yourself out of. And that's just the way that goes. But anyway,